It's your girl A Nicole, and I am coming to you with my first full video. Welcome to the channel. I hope that you do enjoy this. Of course, I do want to throw out my disclaimer. I am not an expert, but however, with the things that I have gone through in life, as well as the things that I am doing, I do feel that I am more than able to give you this information. So let's go ahead and get started. I do want to say again, welcome. So tonight I just wanted to say, just talk about a few things that had been on my mind. A few things that I have noticed recently, as far as, on social media and, just throughout the city that I live. I do live in Birmingham, Alabama. And of course, I noticed that it's going on everywhere. But it seems like everyone is on this entrepreneur get rich scheme. I don't want to necessarily say that being an entrepreneur is a scheme, but for some people that don't take it serious, it can be. I do feel that when you are becoming an entrepreneur and when you do put it out there that, hey, I am a business owner, I am an entrepreneur, I do this, this is what I'm deciding to sell, this is my product, this is that. I do feel that it does become a serious matter at that moment. And I don't feel that most individuals nowadays are taking it very serious. It seems like a lot of it is just get rich, fly by night type thing. And with it, it's oversaturating the market to the point to where everyone is doing the same thing. And I know for some that can be discouraging. You may have, had a dream or had a thought and, you were still thinking about it, still pondering about it, still trying to get everything, in line so that you could start, and then boom, you go to Facebook, you check it in the morning, and there you go. Someone has your idea. Well, of course, I know that can be very discouraging. I know that could probably make you upset. Like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, why wasn't I able to go ahead and get started? And how did somebody take my dream or my idea? Well, I am here to tell you that it happens. It's life. But one thing that you do have to know is that just because it's your idea and your dream doesn't mean that it's not someone else's. And just because they have that same business does not mean that it will be the same way that you handle yours. So don't let oversaturation in the market deter you from doing what you want to do in life, doing your passion, doing what drives you. Don't allow that to stop you. There are a lot of things in entrepreneurship that I don't feel is taken very serious. I don't feel that most individuals realize how serious it is. It is not something that you can do part-time. It is not something that you can pick up and put down today or tomorrow. It is something that you eat, live, and breathe. I have, had to come to grasp with this. And let me just say, I have been in my business for at least a year and 4 months now. April of next year will be year 2 for me. And I'm pushing through for year 2. They always say the terrible 2s. And 2 hasn't even got here yet. And of course, I am definitely feeling it. But, of course, there are a few things that me personally, I needed to tighten up on as being an entrepreneur and being the top #1 person in my business. Of course, to give you a little background about it, I do own Black Excellence LLC, and it is here in Birmingham, Alabama. Black Excellence was created to empower and enhance the culture, the Black culture, by mentoring and empowering one another. That is the mother of my additional pieces to Black Excellence. I do have the Melanin Effect, and I also have Black Excel. So Black Excellence, we do focus on women ages 18 to 40, as well as middle school age children. And like I said, we just look to put the Black culture back into a positive perspective. I mean, a lot of times right now in society, you do see where us as Black people, we are looked upon very negatively. We're looked down upon. We're treated as if we're invisible. We're being shot down in the streets by the police. People are very intimidated by us. And, I just wanted to break the negative stigma, take away the negative and bring about the positive of our culture. And of course, I am all about women, and I do have a special place in my heart for children. So I did feel that this was something that was needed in my community. Again, the Melanin Effect, that is for my women. Again, those ages are 18 to 40. And Black Excel mentoring program is for those middle school age children. So I have yet to launch Black Excel because I am still working a few kinks out on some things. But the Melanin Effect is on, baby. And we have started running nonstop since Black Excellence launched April of last year. I've had a plethora of events. I've been, asked to come to a few events and do workshops and things. And my first year was an overall great experience. I did have some bumps in the road that, may have made me feel down or discouraged. But still, at the end of the day, my biggest thing was the impact and the positive outlook of the organization and of the content that I brought forth. So of course that made it be the best that it could be. Then of course, going into year 2, man, did I get slapped in the face. You know how they say the first year or the first few months or so is the honeymoon stage? Well, I do feel that in business, you do also have that as well, as you normally do with relationships. But it seemed to just really hit me hard. I had went through, a moment of depression for a while, not feeling that, I was reaching my target audience at one point. I did feel that, I had a few things that were being my downfall. Few nights I just said, hey, I feel like I'm just going to step away and just say, forget it. And then, of course, I had friends and family saying, no, it's great. It's good. Look at the content that you have. Look at the responses you're getting. Like, don't quit. But for some reason, I was very disconnected from my business. So I did decide to get a business coach. And her name is Kimberly Issa Thomas. And let me tell you, she has been a blessing to me. At first, for a long time, I always felt that it would just be me and my business, and I wouldn't, need the help of others, or I wouldn't need individuals to come in and, do marketing and do promotions and, just be the forerunners for me. And of course, trying to be the strong one, in which I have always been that person in my personal life for friends and family. Of course, in my business, can't do that. So I have been, putting forth the steps to build a team, because you do need that. You do need someone to sit you down and tell you things that you may not see. It's always good to have a few eyes to look at things for you and tell you, hey, okay, girl, you may be messing up on this, or hey, how about trying to do it this way? Not necessarily taking away from your vision or your purpose, but just kind of somewhat guiding you along the way, to where, it's still comfortable for you. And of course, you're still the decision maker, but just someone that is on the outside looking in that may see something that you're missing. So, that is definitely one thing I've learned. And like I said, my business coach, she has been the best thing that I could have ever done with my business. She's definitely put a lot of things into perspective for me, as well as, giving me a lot of insight on different things that I may have missed. As well as, like I said, I did go through a small depression on a few things. And I just felt real down about some things. And she kind of reminded me, that, hey, you're killing it. Like, don't discount yourself, or don't talk about yourself negatively and feel and think that you're not doing something when you are. That's just the devil coming in trying to tell you that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I had one of my fellow friends. She is my nail tech. Love her to death. Me and her, we talk all the time. And when I was kind of going through what I was going through, I had spoke with her, and she told me straight up. She said, Amber, if you're not going crazy, if you're not stressed out, your business ain't shit. And I mean, point blank, period. That is what she told me. She said, if you're not sitting at home worried, if you're not stressing out about things, then that means you're not doing something. That means that, you don't have the heart, you don't have the drive for your business. So she was like, don't give up, because things happen, but you can easily pick yourself up and move forward. And I mean, I'm just so thankful for my support. The support that I do have in friends and family, and, associates, business colleagues, all of that kind of somewhat keep me going. Of course, I'm very thankful for them. So listen, as I said, entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not what you think it may be. It's not something where you're going to get straight in and you're going to make money fast. Sometimes, as they have always said, the old saying goes, you have to spend money to make money. And baby, that is true. Sometimes some businesses, they don't even make a profit in their first 2 to 3 years. So you do have to be mindful of that. So don't think that you can just come into this realm of being an entrepreneur and saying, oh, I'm going to be rich in a month. I'm going to make $50,000 this month, and boom. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, and that's a great goal to have for yourself. But, make smart goals while you're, attempting to become an entrepreneur, and make sure that entrepreneurship is for you. If you're not the type of person that has the drive to push him or herself, then entrepreneurship might not be for you. If you're not the person that is willing to, put their best foot forward, and you may have to come out your wallet for some things or take a lot of losses, then entrepreneurship is not for you. If you don't feel as if, you could really truly put your all, your heart, your mind, I mean, you really don't have any personal time when it comes to entrepreneurship. Again, that is something else I had to learn. In which, thank God, I have a supportive boyfriend, and he is, also my number one supporter, always pushing me, asking, telling me to do this, telling me to do that. This may look good, or this may, he's always giving me support and pushing me 110% to do certain things. So, as long as you have that supportive partner, then, you may be able to have some personal time. A lot of times, I'm sitting here doing things for my business, and he's sitting right beside me. That's us spending time together. Me doing things for my business, and him sitting on the side of me, flipping through his phone on Facebook or watching a movie. That's our personal time. So, just know and realize that, your life will change when you become an entrepreneur. Yes, you do become more independent. Yes, you do, gain some confidence in yourself. But at the same time, there are some losses in this thing. And it's not just necessarily money, but it's time, it's energy, it's sleep, because you have to put your all into your business if you want it to be successful. So, Again, I can just, recap on those points, to make sure that entrepreneurship is for you. Make sure that you do have the heart and the drive for it. Make sure that you're willing to put your best foot forward. Make sure that you're not just in this just for a dime, because, honey, money will come and go. But the content, the products that you give, the customer service that you give, the image that you put out there, and the impact that you give to your customers or your attendees at events or whatever type of business that you have, that is what matters the most. So, I do thank you all for listening. Again, don't let the oversaturation of the entrepreneurship world bother you or discourage you, because you can do it. And listen, just because they are doing it doesn't mean they will do it like you. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you do, double tap, thumbs up. Love you all. See you all next time. Bye.